Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a science fiction series, Altered Care. Takeshii continues to investigate who shot Lawrence in the head in his own house. With the investigation going on, Takeshii puts himself in great danger. He nearly got himself killed several times. Beauty, a detective from the Bay City Police Department, has been taking care of himself since she knew him. In the hotel room, Takeshii presses Beauty to tell him about a person called Riker, who was the former owner of the sleeve Takeshii is using. Riker was not just a policeman that had a sense of justice, but also Beauty's boyfriend. This couple had been working together and fighting criminals in the Bay City for years, until one deep night, they were awakened by a sharp knock on the door during sleep. A group of armed policemen came into the house and arrested Riker on a charge of murdering a SeaTac administrator. Apparently, Riker was framed by somebody. It was one of the hitman's sleeves who killed the administrator when he was drunk. The hitman left Riker's fingerprint on the scene to frame Riker for the murder, hoping that he could get rid of Riker. The police were taken in and believed Riker was the murderer, so they put Riker into prison. In this future world, imprisonment means that the criminal's stack is taken out of the sleeve. The criminal will serve his sentence in a digital way, while the criminal's sleeve will be detained by the police. Some low-quality sleeves will be sold at a very low price or given to others randomly. The good-looking and strong one. For Lawrence, money has never been a problem. He spent a large sum of money on Riker's sleeve and gave it to Takeshii for free. As a result of serendipity, Takeshii got to know Beauty. Since then, his fate has been intertwined with hers. Before, when Takeshii just checked in the hotel, the hitman attacked Takeshii without any reason. The hitman must have something to do with Lauren's murder. The other sleeve of the hitman is not a good person himself. He framed Riker for a murder. Riker's case might be related as well. All these cases are linked in some way. To find more clues, Takeshii drives in an air car to the area. He needs a talk to work for Lawrence. Even if he solves the murder case, Lawrence will not set him free. Lawrence's wife offers Takeshii a better deal. If Takeshii stays with her, she will pay double whatever Lawrence is offering him. She can also buy Takeshii a new identity in the Protectorate so that he can have a comfortable new life. She is a private island where there is a complex with a clone tank and resleeving facilities. Sometimes she lets the clones out to play. If Takeshii wants, he can live on that island and has a wonderful life. Not many people can reject. He leaves the house and returns to the group to look for Lawrence. Lawrence's wife told him Lawrence is visiting a slum called Old City to minister to the masses. It is a restricted zone in most people's eyes. People living there are discriminated against by others. Nobody dares to have skin contact with them. A few years ago, a contagious bomb exploded here by accident, resulting in an outbreak of plague. Tens of thousands of people died within hours. The residents in the Old City are offsprings of the survivors of the plague. One that has prolonged skin contact with them will have symptoms and die quickly. Today, Lawrence is coming here to give out some toys and food to give a show on TV, presenting a generous image of meth. Lawrence is not worried about being infected. After all, he has numerous spare clone sleeves. Takeshii spends so much effort to find Lawrence. Before he can ask Lawrence questions, Lawrence becomes sick and dies within minutes. Takeshii can't do anything but return to the Raven Hotel. Takeshii is going to have some drinks to relieve the disappointment and boredom. The receptionist sees that Takeshii is in a low mood, so he comes to chat with Takeshii. He tells Takeshii that he has joined the AI Management Association. All members in this association are AI. They run all sorts of businesses such as bars, restaurants, arenas, and other entertainment venues. One of his AI friends who manages Phytrum told him a piece of big news, that the friend remembers Lawrence was there to watch. The receptionist suggests that Takeshii should go there. Maybe he can find some clues. Hearing this, Takeshii and Beauty set off for Phytrum immediately. The manager of Phytrum shows them the recording. From the recording, they can see it was an exciting fight. The audience were shouting at their seats. During the game, Lawrence somehow had a fight with his son. Lawrence hit his son hard. He punched him and kicked him to the ground. It looks like he was going to beat his son to death. Takeshii and Beauty can't hear what Lawrence was saying while he was beating his son. Luckily, Takeshii knows how to read lips. Takeshii learns that Lawrence kept saying, "You're not me, and you will never be me." Apparently, Lawrence was in conflict with his son. To find out what his son did exactly to piss Lawrence off, Takeshii and Beauty drive to his son's house after they left Phytrum. They sneak into his house while he is not at home and search the house thoroughly. They find an extremely expensive portable 3D bio-organic printer and a clone-frozen pod in one of his rooms. After wiping the mist on the glass, Takeshii and Beauty are shocked to see young Lawrence lying in the pod. It turns out that it was Lawrence's son who planned all these. Lawrence wrote in the will that if he is killed, his family will get nothing. He thought this will can protect him from being killed. Nobody would expect his son to kill him. To get all Lauren's money, his son replaced him and took everything he had. Beauty calls in her colleagues to confiscate the unlicensed sleeve and the 3D printer. After sorting everything out, Beauty comes back to Takeshi and sees that his wounds are still bleeding. Those cuts were caused by Takeshi himself when he pressed Beauty to tell him about Riker earlier. Beauty and Takeshi go back to the hotel. They relax a little bit, then Beauty starts to treat Takeshi's cuts with a piece of therapeutic equipment on the sofa. The mood changes slightly when Beauty is touching Takeshi's body. They can't help tongue massaging each other and begin to play a fast hormone game. 2 minutes later, Takeshi is resting, but Beauty gets up and hands a stack to Takeshi, telling him that it might be related to Riker's case. A few days ago, a woman fell from the sky and died. This case was handled by Riker. However, before Riker investigated it, he was framed by the hitman and put into prison. Beauty thinks that the woman's death might be linked to the hitman and Lawrence as well. Oddly, when the woman died, her stack was not damaged. As long as she gets a new sleeve, she can come back to life and identify the killer. However, this case becomes complicated when the woman's religion was changed into Catholicism suddenly after she died. Normally, a Catholic would not re-sleeve when he dies. Now that the woman is a Catholic, which means the police can't bring her, as it is known that in the Protectorate, only meths can live in the sky and enjoy all the privileges. Logically, there should be traces when a human falls from the sky. It should not be too hard to find out the killer if the police investigate closely enough. Beauty naively assumed that she could solve this case. However, after the woman died, all monitor recordings were altered. The police couldn't see anything. Not long ago, Beauty had a chance to attend a party held in Arium. She was hoping to get some information from the meths, like anyone saw the woman in Arium before. During the party, though she didn't get many leads, she saw a ghost, a man with a mustache, but not so angry. Beauty saw the man with her eyes, but somehow no electronic equipment was able to film him. This man wipes his image from all recordings and covers the sky from the recordings. If they find this man, maybe they can find the answers to all questions. Beauty plans to interrogate the hitman before finding the ghost man. Takeshi just back into a spare sleeve at the police station. They can bring him back and interrogate him. Takeshi is not police, so he can't observe the interrogation in the interrogation room. All he can do is watching the hitman being escorted into the elevator, going down to the interrogation room. The moment the elevator door closes, Takeshi sees an evil smile on the other police's face in the elevator. Takeshi realizes something is not right instantly. That police look off his hat and reveals himself. He is the Ghost Man. He takes out a special weapon and stabs Beauty and another policeman. Within seconds, Beauty and her partner are seriously injured. It appears that the Ghost Man feuds with Beauty. He takes out a gun, partner stops the bullet with his body and saves Beauty's life, but he gets shot in the stack. The Ghost Man wants to shoot Beauty again, but he runs out of bullets. So he gives up and runs away with the hitman. When Beauty thinks she is going to die in despair, the elevator door opens. Seeing the blood-spattered elevator, Takeshi rushes into it and carries Beauty